Guys, we got a package. This package came from the great guys over at Fifine, and it is our new K658 microphone. Just before we get into things, guys, Fifine have hooked you guys up with a 20% off discount code if you want to get this mic. So stick around for some point in the video where I'm going to drop that discount code to you guys. So in the box we have the mic itself, which we're going to get into the nitty gritty of a little bit later. Included in the box we have a Type-C to Type-A USB cable, which I've got to say, the quality of it really surprised me. It's by far the highest quality USB-C cable that I own, and that says something because I've got like 12 at this point. Also, it's a nice touch having the included custom Fifine Velcro cable tie. I like to see that. The cable itself was made of metal on both sides and is just under 2.5 meters long, which is more than enough because I was afraid that it might not be able to wrap around the whole of my desk for my setup, but it does. A cable of this quality is really nice to see included. So next up we have the shock mount, which is going to prevent any vibrations or noise from me bumping or hitting my desk. It feels really solid build quality wise. It is made from plastic, but it's not the cheap stuff. It feels good. It has some silicone-like elastic bands which suspend that middle bit in place. This here is the screw that you're going to be using to mount the mic to the shock mount. Fully made of metal itself. Again, really solid builds, and it's a really interesting way of mounting the mic to the shock mount, which you guys will see in a bit. Finally, in the box we have a nice tripod mount, which is fully made from metal as well. The rep that I talked to at Fifine said this was only a temporary stand, and the mic performs best on a boom arm, which would make sense as mics like this work better at closer range. That's no problem because I've got like 3 boom arms now, and most likely you guys have one too. And if you don't have one, you can buy a £13 one from InnoGear off Amazon. I've said this one many times, but I highly recommend it. Again, I'm very impressed at the quality of everything so far, and I approve. So back to the mic itself. I actually really like the design of this mic and think it would be one of the main parts of anyone's setup. So to put the mic together, all you do is you get the mic and you put it through the shock mount, making sure you put it the right way that it says on the packaging. There's a nice sticker included so you know. Then screw on the screw bolt thing, not sure what you would call it, onto the bottom until it is attached fully. The K658 is a dynamic microphone, which means it's best for recording live vocals, in my case for streaming. The mic has a unidirectional polar pattern, which basically means that it's kind of a heart-shaped pickup zone around the mic, so it's more focused on what's in front of it rather than behind it. Should block out all the keyboard clicks and the mouse clicks, and only picks up your voice. We're going to be testing this out later on in the video, by the way, so make sure to hang around. So you can see there is the built-in windscreen. This is like a foamy layer, and essentially this is going to make sure that none of your breathing noises are going to get through and get picked up by the actual mic itself. The mic itself built in has quite a large gain control, which I thought would look a bit stupid, but it's actually pretty useful because it means that you're not going to accidentally touch the touch-sensitive mute button on it. When you're muted, the mute button turns red, for obvious reasons, so you know you're muted, and then it's green when it's not. It's pretty nice. You can actually hover your finger over it instead of actually touching it, which is pretty sick. So on the mic, it's got USB-C, as it said, obviously, we've got a USB-C cable, and a headphone out. It's very nice if you want to listen back to your own voice. I'm personally not a fan of it because I think it puts me off when I speak. If you're one of those people that likes that, you've got that feature set. It's nicer to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. You love RGB. I love RGB. We all love RGB. It makes everything look cooler. Well, this mic has some sweet RGB built in. There is a ring around the bottom of the mic with a diffusion layer around it, so it looks really nice. The RGB breathes through every colour and is honestly pretty bright. This shines onto the shock mount, which makes it look absolutely fantabulous. This RGB, however, can be turned off at the bottom of the mic if RGB isn't your thing. My one wish about the RGB, however, is that you could choose the colour of it manually. So I can make it blue, for example, so it would match better with my setup. But you know, just having RGB is a massive plus. By the way, there is no included software for the mic. It's literally just plug and play, so you can plug it in and you can go. However, I do run all of my mics through software called Voice Meter, which I'll show you guys more about later on. Now, earlier in the video, I talked about a discount code. You can use code 20 Fifine K658 at checkout if you want to get a whopping 20% off the mic. There's also an affiliate link in the description, which if you go and click that link and buy the mic through that link, I get a little bit of kickback. So thank you very much if you decide to do that. But back to the mic. I think it's time to test the sound quality, don't you? So my contact at Fifine told me that the mic works best when it's 4 to 5 inches away from your face and it's around 30 degrees off axis, which I think I've got it at just now. Also, you shouldn't talk directly into the mic, you should talk almost past it. One thing I was afraid of is the mic might get in the way when I'm like gaming or whatever. But honestly, it's not in the way. I'm looking now and my eyeline is right over the monitor and I've got about this much clearance, so That was an unnecessary worry. So this is the mic at stock settings, by the way. Obviously, there's going to be a big jump from what my mic was at before because I use filters on my other microphone, which I will be applying to this in just a minute. So this is how the mic sounds at stock settings with no editing done to the sounds whatever. No gain, no bass boost, no whatever. I'm looking forward to see how it sounds. Right, okay, let me just take a listen back to it and I'll come back to you guys, tell you what I think. So I just took a listen back to the microphone there and it sounds a little bit scratchy almost. Obviously with my mic, I like to pick up bass tones so it makes your voice sound fuller. Almost that, like, you know, radio presenter sound. There's definitely not a problem with the capsule in the mic or anything. Obviously, I think it's just some settings that need to be tweaked. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to test the mic with voice meter on. I think this is going to be a crazy difference. Okay, so this is the mic with voice meter on now. This is the settings that I use for the mic that I was just recording with my quadcast. So I think it should make the mic sound a bit fuller and a bit more bassy. So you can see here how I set up my voice meter. I just moved the slider from the middle to the bottom left, slightly on the lower end. Also, I put on the noise gate a little bit because my PC was getting a little bit loud. This is obviously how the microphone's going to sound when it goes through voice meter. I use this software for my Discord calls, my streams, and whatever else. I just took a listen back to it there and it sounds fantastic with the voice meter on now. It's exactly how I would like it. I think it makes my voice sound nice, if you know what I mean. I knew the mic was capable of sounding like this. I think it was just how it was picking up my voice. It was focusing more on mids and trebles rather than bass. So now what I'm going to do is test the mic's ability to block out typing noises just because it's a dynamic mic. On my normal mic, without a noise gate, you can hear some keyboard typing noises, but let's see what it sounds like with this. So the first time, I'm going to type without talking, just to see if it picks up the noises alone. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk and type at the same time and see how much it picks up. This is me talking and typing at the same time. Just spamming some random keys right now to see, because obviously it's so difficult to talk and type, say two different things at once. I cannot do it, but here we go, let's see. Can you hear the keyboard noises when I'm typing? I think I've done a really good job of blocking out the keyboard noises. If you're a streamer, someone like me, and there's a lot of noises coming from the desk, from your keyboard or whatever, this is doing a good job at blocking those out. Honestly, I'm really satisfied with how this mic sounds, and I think it looks sick as well. Thank you guys very much at Fifine again for sending this out to me. If you guys have enjoyed, please leave a like and tell me what you think about the two mics. What one sounds better? What one do you prefer? Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe. Have a nice day.